Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Antonio, back with another video today. Just checking in, working on the craft, staying consistent, being mindful, doing what I do every day. Out for my walk. I was gonna go to the gym, but still sore from yesterday, so probably just go and pick up well, I would say pick up groceries, but I picked up groceries yesterday. So I'm probably just gonna go get some chicken so I can cook the dinner that I was gonna cook last night. The good famous chicken Alfredo, right? But yeah, I just wanted to get on today and talk to you guys about a few things today. Being mindful, present, and aware in this reality, or whatever reality they want to put in front of us. But I mentioned protecting your temple and your online presence before in the past. I've always thought about just different things that I've seen going on over the past years. Thoughts that I had 3, 4, 5 years ago about technology. I remember when I got my first before touchscreen phones were the thing. I remember I had my fancy flip phones. We all remember flip phones and things like that. But I remember when I got my first smartphone. I can't remember if it was 3G or 4G, but it was the Evo. And I sat there with that thing in my hand, and I just thought to myself, I was like, wow, look. And this is me like 10 years ago. I'm like, wow, look at technology nowadays. It's like I'm literally sitting here in the middle of the night on a phone, with a phone in my hand. I remember when we used to have computers back in class, and these cell phones are more powerful than those big box computers that that we had in classrooms back then. Playing number munchers and things on them and stuff like that. So it was just that thought alone to me back then. At 22, 30, or 23 years old, I'm like, yo, that's mad powerful. So, and that's before touchscreen was on, because remember, people was afraid. People are always afraid of something new. So no matter what they try to show people nowadays, they've been desensitized to it, or so many things they become normal, and people just make excuses. But to continue with so it's like, even back then, it was like, wow. You can download these apps and things like that. And this is before, they turned it into a different names, like the App Store or the Play Store and things like that. This is when all this stuff was really in beta stages back then. So the programming starts from somewhere. Although we may not understand it at what age we are, some of these young kids, they either understand it or they don't understand it, or they just forced to ride the wave. Oh, look at that lizard. Dragon. But that's how it goes. And then as I got older and I get to upgrade your phones and things like that, and over the years you see how time's passed. I mean, the iPhone came out in 2007, 2008 was the first iPhone. We're in 2020. They done released I think they probably released 20 of those phones. How can you release that many phones? But that's just what it is now. Like, I noticed it myself, and I just, like, things like that, I pay attention to it. But it's like, I don't really say nothing about it. I watch how it plays out. But people prove themselves to not be able to take accountability, They pay attention to the wrong things. There's a lot of distractions around us at all times. So that's why we always have to be mindful. It's not just a 30-day or 60 or 90-day journey. We got our whole lives ahead of us, no matter how old you are. That's why the past and the future are sorts of concepts that fake. You have to be present. You have to, take time for yourself at certain points, i.e. not being on the internet, not researching so much, not working yourself so hard, especially doing something as crazy as sitting behind a desk or a laptop, Indian style, all day long, stagnating your energy. That's going to hypnotize you too. It's going to drain you. They'll never catch me trying to sit on line trying to vote for a law for 13 plus hours, 24 hours, or however long that is. That's crazy. There's ways to make changes. Go outside your house and help somebody. Use your hands. But that's just what it is. Especially now with technology. My cousin just purchased a. There's pluses and there's minuses to it. We just put a 75-inch TV, not in the living room, in the bedroom. This TV takes control of every single device in the household. But people don't read the directions when they get these things that's gonna be watching you while you're sleeping. Damn, being on an app talking about a clubhouse where people can see you and you can't see them. When you got these 60, 70-inch TVs that everybody want to rush to go buy on Black Friday and Christmas and all these other things instead of saving their money. You have these different situations where people just do all types of weird things with their money. So just watch yourself, just watch your kids. When you download all these different apps and things on these cell phones, there's always, at least if it's a sophisticated app, it's gonna ask you, it's gonna have a service agreement. Yeah, it's gonna be 50 pages of bullcrap. But that's where the power of the details and what you being mindful, pay attention to what you're doing. When a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, even a 21-year-old, damn, the 50-year-old, they don't care. They're just trying to download the app. They don't care how much information they're giving. They don't care about the app is asking you your birth date or telling you to upload a profile picture. They're curating the human likeness. Every profile picture, every picture that you post online is being stored somewhere. So it's not just these certain apps, but you have to watch these service agreements. But people just download apps all willy-nilly, games and things like that. Want to get on every social media platform. So that's where they get you. You just clicking through service agreements just because you want to be entertained. But ratings, you have to watch for different ratings on these things. I mean, what is the First Amendment? What is freedom of speech? These app developers, how much freedom of speech, how much power do they have? Everybody want to fight for freedom of speech, but you got to think about it on their end as well. Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to watch a lot of this madness that's going on. So just pay attention, there's a long fight ahead. Get your swords, get your shields, guard your kids. Everybody fall in line, fall in rank. But it's not that serious, life goes on slowly. We're gonna slowly be desensitized to a lot of this stuff anyway. Again, there's some things that we won't understand about this world. But, let's not let the BS ride. Gotta call it out sometimes. So when it comes to things like your online presence and things like that, and you come to these service agreements and showing ratings on different apps and how far do we want to take freedom of speech for app developers or for the common man, what are we going to do about it? So take your notes. I'm not a note taker. I'm just a storyteller. But y'all be safe, man. I'm out here looking crazy, shooting a video out of COVID with no mask, police watching me. Y'all be safe.